In the sun-drenched nursery, Mara and Jake share a loving glance. Together, they carefully piece together the baby's crib. They gently tighten the screws, securing each corner with care. They position a high-tech baby monitor, its lens focused on the crib. In the quiet bedroom, Mara fixes her gaze on the baby monitor. Her expression unreadable. The monitor glows softly, casting a gentle light on Lily as she slumbers peacefully in her crib. Mara remains still, her gaze unwavering. As she watches over Lily, a silent guardian in the night, the room is filled with a sense of quiet vigilance as Mara continues her watch. Ensuring Lily's peaceful rest, Mara succumbs to exhaustion, sinking into the soft embrace of her bed. The stillness shatters as a sudden crackle erupts from the baby monitor. Cutting through the silence, feigned, static-laced whispers drift from the monitor, barely audible yet deeply unsettling. A frown etches across Mara's forehead, her peaceful slumber disturbed by the mysterious sounds. Annie's creeps into the room, a palpable tension replacing the earlier tranquility. Mara's eyes snap open, her gaze fixed on the baby monitor with growing alarm. Jake nonchalantly waves his hand, dismissing the unsettling sounds as mere interference, though his eyes betray his forced calm. He attempts to reassure, his voice strained. It's just the monitor acting up. Mara remains skeptical, her brow furrowed with deep concern, her body tense. Despite her unease, Mara nods slowly, attempting to appear relaxed. Mara sleeps soundly, unaware of the impending disturbance. Suddenly, Mara startles awake, her eyes snapping open in wide-eyed terror. A haunting lullaby spills from the baby monitor, filling the silent room with a chilling melody. Mara's gaze is fixed on the baby monitor, listening intently. The lullaby continues its gentle tune, a stark contrast to Mara's growing unease. In her peaceful nursery, Lily lies nestled in her crib, completely unaware of the subtle shifts in her environment. Unseen, a dark shadow dances ominously across the wall behind Lily, momentarily swallowing the gentle glow of the nightlight. The shadow continues to dance ominously, distorting the room's soft light. The lullaby, once soothing, now carries a subtly warped melody, hinting at an unseen disturbance that permeates the air. Lily sleeps on, oblivious to the growing darkness and discordant lullaby that fill her nursery. Mara bursts into action, frantically nudging Jake awake in the dim bedroom, her voice laced with urgency. Mara demands, "Did you hear that? See that?" Jake remains unresponsive, lost in sleep. As Mara's anxiety escalates, Mara persists, her desperate attempts to rouse Jake heightening the tension. Silence hangs heavy as Jake continues to slumber, leaving Mara alone with her fear. Sunlight floods the kitchen as Mara stands at the counter, a mug warming her hands. Across from her, Jake seems relaxed, yet a hidden intensity flickers in his eyes. Mara's voice cuts through the morning calm. "Did you turn on the lullaby function?" Jake responds, feigning innocence. "No, I didn't." "Why?" The baby monitor casts an eerie glow, its screen filled with static. On the grainy screen, Lily stirs in her crib, an unsettling sight. Lily sits up abruptly, her eyes wide and fixed on something beyond the frame. Mara watches the monitor, a primal chill seizing her spine. The silence in the room amplifies the unseen presence, haunting Lily's gaze. Mara's breath hitches, the image on the monitor burning into her memory. From the nursery monitor, a woman's humming voice fills the air, its gentleness tinged with an unsettling strangeness. The melody, though soothing, hints at an inexplicable eeriness. Lily's innocent face fills the frame, her wide eyes fixed on something unseen. Her gaze is unwavering, locked onto a presence only she can perceive. The humming continues, a lullaby that masks a deeper, more unsettling mystery. Jake enters the nursery, his eyes sweeping across every detail of the room. Lily sleeps peacefully in her crib, her breathing soft and regular. Jake methodically checks each window and door, ensuring all is locked tight. Finding nothing amiss, Jake pauses, reassured that all is as it should be. In the dimly lit living room, Mara focuses intently on the monitor, her fingers flying across the controls. As she replays the footage with growing trepidation, she stops abruptly. The image frozen, revealing a fleeting, ghostly figure lurking behind the innocent crib. A beat of silence hangs heavy in the air, as the implications of what she has seen sink in. Mara's eyes widen in disbelief, pupils dilating in horror, as the ghostly apparition becomes chillingly clear. The room seems to shrink, the shadows deepening, as Mara grapples with the terrifying reality revealed on the screen. A wave of icy dread washes over Mara, leaving her paralyzed with fear, as the ghostly woman's face haunts her vision. Jake dismisses Mara's concern with a wave, his forced smile a thin mask. "It's just a trick of the light, Mara." He approaches the monitor, his stride betraying a hidden tension. Mara remains frozen, her knuckles white as she grips the edge of the screen. Visibly shaken, Mara clutches the monitor tightly, her fear palpable in the silence. In the dim bedroom, Mara reaches out, her hand hovering over the baby monitor. Her fingers tremble slightly as she touches the cool surface of the device. Mara's eyes narrow, and she navigates the monitor's menu with deliberate care. Mara whispers, "Just to be safe." Her expression is a mix of anxiety and protective resolve. In the dead of night, the baby monitor flickers to life, casting an eerie green glow across the room. The grainy image sharpens, revealing Lily standing in her crib. Her small arms reach upwards, yearning for an unseen presence in the silent room. A silent plea hangs in the air, echoing the unspoken desires of a child's heart. Through the static of a monitor, a nursery appears, its pastel hues haunted by dancing shadows. A disembodied voice whispers, its sweetness laced with menace. "Come here, sweet girl." The shadows deepen, stretching across the room like grasping fingers. The camera focuses on a rocking horse, gently swaying back and forth in the gloom. A baby mobile hangs motionless above a crib, its colorful figures casting eerie shapes on the wall. The monitor flickers again, the image briefly dissolving into static before returning to the unsettling scene. In the nursery, Lily floats upwards, defying gravity. A moment later, she plummets back into the crib, her cries echoing. Lily lands hard in the crib, the impact jarring her small frame. Her wails escalate, filling the room with her distress. The monitor flickers, its image disrupted by static. The screen returns to normal. Yet an unsettling feeling lingers. Mara bursts into the nursery, her eyes scanning frantically. She rushes over to Lily, her face etched with worry. Mara's heart pounds as she touches Lily's cold skin. Her actions are swift and urgent, cradling Lily with care. Mara wraps Lily tightly in a warm blanket, seeking to restore her warmth. At the checkout counter of an electronics store, a couple stands united, their hands resting gently on a brightly colored box that holds a new baby monitor. The box promises crystal clear audio and a secure connection, a beacon of hope for restful nights. In their eyes, a quiet anticipation flickers, a shared dream of peaceful moments ahead. As they prepare to bring their new baby monitor home, the couple's hopeful gaze speaks volumes. The monitor casts an eerie glow, painting the room in shades of digital dread. Lily whispers into the abyss of the screen, her words like spells cast into the digital void. Mara stands paralyzed, her eyes wide, reflecting the terror unfolding before her. The screen's glow intensifies, deepening the shadows that dance around Mara's petrified figure. Lily's whispers become more urgent, her silhouette, a stark contrast against the blinding light of the screen. Mara's eyes dart around, seeking escape from the digital nightmare consuming the room. Mara illuminates the nursery, casting a warm glow that dances across every corner. The door swings inward, revealing a scene frozen in a delicate balance of mischief and innocence. Lily, caught red-handed, quickly retreats to the safety of her bed, pretending to be asleep. Her fingers clutch a small antique rattle, a silent testament to her playful adventures in the stillness of the nursery. The antique rattle remains hidden in Lily's grasp. The monitor's eerie glow stretches shadows across the silent living room, painting the walls with the hues of memory. On the screen, a ghost from yesterday flickers back to life. Lily, radiant with youthful joy, her face a beacon of innocence. Lily's voice echoes, "Mommy, she floats." The innocent words hang heavy in the air, Mara and Jake exchange a terrified glance, the simple declaration igniting a storm of unspoken dread. The weight of unspoken history crashes down upon them, each syllable a hammer blow against the fortress of their denial. The past, once buried, now claws its way back to the surface, threatening to drown them both in its chilling embrace. In the living room, a couple sits, their faces etched with anxiety. Ellen, a paranormal investigator, orchestrates a flurry of activity. Setting up EMF readers, she busies herself, arranging equipment with focused precision, with purpose in her stride. Ellen heads towards the nursery, leaving the couple in suspense. The couple watches Ellen head to the nursery, their faces reflecting a mix of hope and fear in the sun-drenched living room. Ellen sits, her face etched with concern as dust motes dance in the golden light. Ellen leans forward, her voice hushed with worry. A presence. I think it's attached to Lily. Her eyes narrow, a chilling realization settling over her as she continues. She's drawn to the baby. Lily remains silent, unaware of the unseen forces swirling around her. And the child. Sunlight bathes the room, casting long shadows that seem to deepen the sense of unease. Ellen's gaze intensifies, her concern deepening, as she considers the implications of her discovery. The nursery monitor flickers to life, casting a grainy glow on Lily, who lies peacefully in her crib. In the dim light, Lily's tiny hands reach out, fingers splayed, as if grasping for something unseen. A serene smile graces her lips, hinting at a world of wonder only she can perceive. Lily seems entranced, her gaze fixed on a point just beyond her grasp, lost in silent communion. The monitor continues its silent vigil, capturing Lily's serene slumber in the quiet of the night. In the dimly lit living room, Ellen leans intensely towards the monitor, her brow furrowed in concentration. Her fingers dance across the keyboard, working to isolate the faint whisper buried beneath layers of static. From the depths of the static, a chilling whisper emerges. She was mine first. Mara, unseen but deeply affected, gasps sharply, clutching at her chest as if struck by an invisible blow. The room is filled with a palpable tension, the weight of the whispered threat hanging heavy in the air. Ellen's focused determination hardens as she continues to work. In the heart of the library, Mara is seated at a grand wooden table, immersed in the scent of aged books. Sunlight floods through the arched windows, casting a golden glow upon the dust motes dancing in the air, while stacks of brittle documents surround her. Her brow is furrowed in deep concentration, her expression a blend of determination and curiosity as she pores over the historical records. Her fingers trace the faded ink of the ancient text, each touch a deliberate attempt to unearth the secrets hidden within these walls. She is poised on the brink of discovery, her focus unwavering as she seeks to unlock the mysteries of the past. In the hushed library, Mara immerses herself in the past, her fingers dancing over the brittle pages of forgotten records. A revelation pierces the silence as Mara uncovers the story of Carla, a woman consumed by grief in this very house. The chilling details emerge. A lost baby, a descent into madness, and a final desperate act in the nursery. The record speaks of Carla's suicide in the nursery, discovered rocking an empty crib. A wave of cold fear washes over Mara. As the puzzle pieces begin to align, the room's shadows deepening around her. A sudden, involuntary shudder racks Mara's body as understanding dawns. The library's silence, now heavy with dread. In the dim nursery, Jake kneels on the old wooden floor, shadows playing around him. He holds an old worn rattle, the initials C.M. faintly visible in the dim light. Jake rises, his face grim in the subdued light. He approaches Mara, his expression unreadable, through the grainy monitor. A blurry image of Lily appears, cradled by a woman. The woman rocks Lily gently, her form indistinct through the static. From the monitor, the lullaby drifts, its melody clearer. More insistent, the woman's silhouette continues to sway rhythmically. A ghostly guardian in the night. The lullaby plays again, louder this time. Mara advances towards the monitor, her purpose firm. With a sharp tug, Mara disconnects the power cord. The screen stubbornly holds its image, Defying the sudden power loss, the nursery scene remains unwavering, an unsettling stillness filling the room. Thick smoke invades the nursery, a sinister fog illuminated by the fragile glow of candlelight. Ellen, a figure of darkness, stands in shadow, her voice a haunting whisper as she chants. She waves a smoking bundle of herbs, the tendrils of smoke dancing like dark spirits. Lily, gripped by unseen terror, screams from her crib, her small hands reaching out in desperation. The candlelight flickers, casting long, distorted shadows that amplify the room's dread. The screen fades to black, plunging the scene into darkness. Lily sleeps peacefully, her expression serene as she dreams. Mata watches over Lily, her face etched with relief. Jake stands beside Mara, exhaling slowly, his tension visibly dissipating. Mara and Jake share a look of cautious optimism, hoping the ordeal is truly over. 1 week later, in the bright kitchen, Jake surveys a refrigerator plastered with family memories. His gaze freezes on Lily's vibrant drawing, a childish innocence. That belies a hidden truth. He lifts the drawing, his hand trembling, revealing a woman holding hands with Lily. Beneath the image, Lily's innocent words pierce him. Other mommy. An eerie green glow emanates from the monitor, casting unsettling shadows across the living room. The words, "Thank you for letting me in," are scrawled on the wall in childlike writing. The chilling message looms, filling the room with a palpable sense of dread. The words seem to pulse with an unseen energy, their simplicity masking a sinister intent. The green light flickers, momentarily revealing the full horror of the message. The room is silent, save for the hum of the monitor, a chilling reminder of the unseen presence. Mara stares, her face twisting in horror as an unseen terror unfolds before her. Lily's voice echoes eerily from the monitor. "She says I can stay forever now." The nursery monitor casts a pallid glow across Mara's face, each pixel a testament to her growing dread. The innocent declaration hangs in the air, heavy with unspoken menace. Mara's breath hitches, a silent scream trapped in her throat as the full weight of Lily's words crashes down. The house sits in stark silence, swallowed by the night, its windows dark and still. A faint green glow pulses softly from the nursery window, an eerie beacon in the darkness. Shadows stretch long and distorted, adding to the unsettling stillness of the scene. The air hangs heavy with anticipation, as if the house itself is holding its breath. The faint green glow intensifies momentarily, then fades back to its unsettling hum. An unsettling silence blankets the area, amplifying the mystery of the glowing window. Mara stands in the nursery, brush in hand, ready to paint over the unsettling words. She dips the brush into the pastel yellow paint, a determined look in her eyes. Carefully, she applies the paint, each stroke a silent wish for a new beginning. The cheerful color spreads, momentarily obscuring the strange etchings. But as the paint dries, the ghostly words begin to resurface, mocking her efforts. Like a forgotten language, they whisper from beneath the surface. Inescapable past in the attic. Dust dances in sunbeams, illuminating Jake as he begins his search among forgotten relics. His fingers trace the faded edges of old photographs, each touch resurrecting echoes of the past. Brittle newspaper clippings emerge, their headlines screaming of Carla and her lost baby. Each article adds another layer to the tragic story, painting a portrait of despair and unanswered questions. The weight of the past presses down. In the heart of her softly lit nursery, Lily sits amidst her toys, her bright eyes sparkling with youthful curiosity. Animated giggles fill the air as Lily engages in a lively exchange, her tiny voice responding to the whispers of unseen companions. Unseen, unheard. Her playmates exist only in the realm of her innocent imagination, their presence palpable in her joyous reactions. In the doorway shrouded in shadow, Mara watches her daughter's ethereal play, her heart heavy with a growing unease. A mother's love battles with a creeping dread as she witnesses the unseen bonds that tie her child to the spectral world. The nursery, once a haven of warmth and safety, now pulses with an unsettling energy as Mara grapples with the unknown. Mara arrives in her bed, a prisoner of nightmarish visions. In the depths of her dream, Carla rocks an empty crib, her eyes hollow. Carla's head turns slowly, beckoning Lily with a skeletal hand. Mara's eyes snap open, jolted back to reality. Mara awakens, screaming in terror, screaming. An unnatural chill descends and the nursery air turns frigid. Frost begins to creep across the window, painting delicate icy patterns. A spectral mist swirls. Enveloping Lily in a chilling embrace, the icy air tightens its grip, and Lily remains still. The frost intensifies, and the mist grows denser around Lily. The room plunges deeper into cold. As the icy shroud around Lily thickens, Ellen re-enters the living room, an invisible weight pressing down on her. The air itself grows thick, with an unspoken tension. Ellen's voice cuts through the silence. I feel it more strongly now. Ellen continues, her voice laced with concern. Carla is becoming more attached. A chilling realization dawns as Ellen whispers, more possessive of Lily. Ellen shivers slightly, her breath catching in her throat. In the quiet nursery, a baby monitor casts a gentle glow, the only light in the room. The camera shows Lily, eerily floating above her crib, suspended in the air. Lily's form hangs motionless, an unsettling sight. In the otherwise peaceful room, a voice whispers from the shadows, come to mommy. The floating figure of Lily remains suspended, as if drawn by an unseen force, in the dimly lit bedroom. Shadows flicker as Mara and Jake confront the chilling reality that has invaded their sanctuary. Jake's voice cuts through the tense silence. We have to move, Mara. It's not safe here anymore. Mara's eyes flash with defiance and fear as she retorts. I won't leave Lily. I have to protect her. The air vibrates with the weight of their conflicting fears. Mara's resolve hardens. Shielding Lily becomes her singular focus. The room seems to shrink around them, amplifying their sense of desperation. In the dimly lit nursery, Mara stands frozen, her gaze fixed on an unseen presence. Her hand reaches out, fingers trembling, as if to grasp something beyond sight. Her voice, a mere whisper, breaks the silence of the room, filled with desperate plea. Carla, please, Mara begs, her voice cracking with emotion. I am begging you. Leave Lily alone. Carla's face, a canvas of sorrow and fury, dominates the monitor, each emotion warring for dominance. Lines of worry deepen around her eyes, etching a map of silent battles fought and lost. Her gaze intensifies, a silent scream trapped behind the fragile barrier of her eyes. The weight of unspoken words and unseen burdens presses down, each moment amplifying her internal struggle. The nursery glows softly under the nightlight, an eerie stillness broken only by the gentle sway of a rocking horse and the slow spin of a mobile. Unseen forces stir within the room as the furniture begins to subtly shift, hinting at Carla's awakening power. A chair scrapes ominously against the floor, its movement barely perceptible yet deeply unsettling. The toy chest lid creaks open, revealing a glimpse into shadows as Carla's presence asserts control over the space. Mara sits amidst towering stacks of ancient books, her brow furrowed in intense concentration. She pores over arcane texts, her fingers tracing intricate diagrams of ancient rituals, muttering incantations under her breath. She seeks a way to sever the unnatural connection. Her gaze sharpens as she examines protective symbols, a glimmer of hope in her eyes, driven by determination. Mara meticulously researches a solution to save Lily and Carla. In the quiet of the nursery, Mara stands, her brow furrowed in deep concentration. Her brush dances across the wall, painting protective symbols with each careful stroke. Each symbol is a silent plea, a whispered promise of safety and calm from her crib. Lily watches with wide, unblinking eyes, her expression a blank canvas. Lily's gaze remains fixed, absorbing the protective energy that Mara imbues into the room. Mara continues to paint, her focus unwavering, her heart filled with love and determination. The camera focuses on the nursery monitor, capturing the serene, undisturbed scene. An unsettling shift begins, as symbols painted on the wall subtly fade, their defined edges softening. The distortion intensifies, The symbols twist and lose form as if Carla is actively pushing them away. The monitor reflects a silent struggle, the nursery walls betraying a hidden battle of wills. In the dead of night, Mara and Jake struggled desperately, their fear painting shadows across the room, muscles straining. They brace against the weight, their shared terror solidifying their resolve. With a final surge, the dresser slams into place, a makeshift barrier against the encroaching darkness. Their eyes dart to Lily, a silent valve protection exchange in the dim light. Lily slumbers peacefully, unaware of the storm raging around her, her innocence a stark contrast to their terror. In the dead of night, Lily sleepwalks. Her tiny feet whisper softly on the wooden floor. Her eyes are open wide, yet a glazed look obscures her vision. A lone voice calls out, "Lily." She continues her trance-like walk toward the window, drawn by an unseen force. Mara and Jake awaken abruptly in the dead of night, their eyes wide with sudden terror. The soft glow of the nightlight casts a dim illumination, revealing the chilling sight of an empty crib. A wave of icy dread washes over Mara and Jake as the horrifying realization dawns. Lily is gone. Their faces are masks of sheer panic as they confront the unthinkable. Mara cautiously enters the dimly lit attic, where dust dances in a single shaft of moonlight. The silence is broken only by the eerie creaking of the floorboards under Mara's feet. Lily rocks an old empty cradle in the center of the room, humming a haunting lullaby. The lullaby echoes through the attic, amplifying the unsettling atmosphere. Mara's blood runs cold as she notices Lily's eyes are completely black, devoid of any light. In the dim attic, Mara reaches out, attempting to seize Lily. Lily resists with unexpected force, her tiny hands locked onto the cradle. Mara's grip tightens, her determination unwavering as she pulls harder. A piercing scream erupts from Lily, shattering the silence of the attic. The sound echoes through the old house, desperate cry for help. In the cramped attic, dust hangs heavy as weak light struggles. Through boarded windows, Mara seeks escape, only to be confronted by a shimmering, translucent figure. Carla's spirit materializes, blocking Mara's path. Carla's ethereal form pulses with light, her voice a chilling declaration, "She's mine now." The attic air thickens with dread as Carla claims her prize. In the dim attic, Jake's face hardens with resolve as he steps forward. Ready to confront the unseen, he extends his hands, as if to grapple with an invisible foe. Suddenly, an unseen force slams into him, staggering him backward. The unseen force continues to batter Jake. He is sent sprawling across the dusty attic floor. Jake crashes against the floor of the attic. In the dusty attic, Mara kneels. Amid swirling dust motes, sunlight piercing through cracks, her brow furrowed, she begins a desperate ritual. In trembling hands, she clutches an old rattle and a lock of Lily's hair, spun gold in the light. Her voice, a low, frantic murmur, fills the attic as she struggles to sever the connection. The sunlight catches the swirling dust. As Mara continues her desperate plea, the attic bursts with blinding light, every mote of dust illuminated in the radiant glow. The air vibrates with palpable energy. Crackling through the ancient wooden beams, Lily cries out, her voice lost in the overwhelming intensity. Ah, echoing through the illuminated space. Carla's spirit responds with an ethereal wail. Wow. Forgotten relics scattered throughout the attic absorb and reflect the intense light, their surfaces shimmering with newfound brilliance. The palpable force pulsates, threatening to overwhelm the very structure of the attic itself. In the dim attic, shadows stretch like grasping fingers as the light fades. Lily's eyes flutter, fighting to stay open, but darkness claims her. Her body goes limp, succumbing to the unseen force that drains her vitality. Mara's arms encircle Lily just in time, catching her as she collapses. Lily's weight becomes a heavy burden in Mara's embrace, her spirit now a silent absence. The air grows heavy with a palpable emptiness, a void where Carla once resided. Lily rests peacefully in the sterile hospital bed, her gentle breaths filling the quiet room. Mara sits wearily beside Lily, her face a mask of exhaustion. Yet her eyes shine with a profound sense of relief. Beside Mara, Jake mirrors her exhaustion, his eyes reflecting the same deep well of relief. The room is silent, save for the rhythmic beeping of machines, a stark reminder of the delicate balance of life. In the soft light of the hospital room, the trio finds a moment of solace, their shared relief palpable. In the sterile confines of a hospital room, Mara and Jake sit, their anxiety a palpable presence. The doctor stands, a beacon of calm amidst their fear. Yet a shadow of concern flickers across his face. Lily is physically fine. All tests came back clear, the doctor states, his words offering a fragile comfort. However, we need to monitor her closely for any psychological effects. Trauma can manifest in unexpected ways, he warns, the gravity of his words hanging heavy in the air. Mara and Jake hesitantly cross the threshold, stepping into a home transformed. A sense of lightness pervades the air, the house now cleaner and brighter than before. Jake pauses, a subtle shift in his expression, as he absorbs the unfamiliar atmosphere. The transformation is palpable, the very essence of the house now altered. They both stand in silence, the weight of change hanging heavy in the air. In the nursery, Mara and Jake stand shoulder to shoulder, their expressions a complex blend of resolve and grief. Together, they begin the arduous task of erasing Carla's touch from the walls. Each stroke of the brush is a step towards healing, each new toy a symbol of hope. The nursery transforms, vibrant hues replacing faded memories. They fill the room with bright colors and hopeful energy, creating a space brimming with happy memories for their new child. In the quiet bedroom, Mara and Jake stand together, watching over Lily, as she sleeps soundly in her crib. The absence of the baby monitor amplifies the tranquility, a symbol of their hard-won peace. They stand closely, their touch a silent testament to the trials they have overcome. Lily sleeps peacefully, unaware of the struggles that have brought her parents closer together. Their embrace is a haven, a shared moment of gratitude for surviving the ordeal. In the stillness of the night, their love is a quiet promise of a brighter future. Mara stands at the sink, her hands submerged in soapy water. A faint lullaby drifts into the kitchen. Mara freezes, the melody piercing the mundane. Her heart pounds against her ribs, a frantic drum against the quiet tune. The soapy water swirls around her unmoving hands. Mara bursts into the nursery, her heart pounding with urgency. Lily sits peacefully on the floor, utterly absorbed in her new antique rattle. The antique rattle, a relic of times long past, captivates Lily's innocent gaze. Mara pauses, momentarily struck by the serene tableau before her. The nursery, usually a haven of laughter, now holds its breath. An antique rattle lies nestled in Lily's hands, a silent promise of secrets yet untold in the quiet nursery. Mara reaches out, her fingers gently finding the worn rattle. Her touch lingers on initials carved deep into the wood. CMA. A wave of realization washes over Mara as her face pales, eyes widening in disbelief. Dread creeps in, transforming her expression as the nursery air grows heavy with unspoken fears. In the gentle light of the nursery, Lily directs her innocent gaze upwards toward Mara. Her pure, untroubled smile blossoms radiantly, lighting up her small features with joy. With an artless whisper, Lily shares a secret. Other mommy gave it to me. Her words hang in the air, innocent, yet laced with a hint of untold stories. The nursery holds its breath, as the simple statement echoes with unanswered questions. Remain still, her expression unreadable, as she processes Lily's words. The room charged with unspoken emotions. In the dead of night, Mara lies motionless in her bed, eyes wide, lost in the suffocating darkness. The silence of the old house amplifies her senses, making every creak and groan sound like a looming threat. Her breath hitches as she tries to discern the source of the unsettling sounds, her heart pounding in her chest. Each shadow seems to dance with malevolence. As the old house groans around her, she remains frozen, every nerve on high alert as the night closes in around her. The house sighs and Mara's fear reaches its peak, her mind racing with imagined horrors. Mara rises from her bed, her bare feet making soft contact with the floor. She moves quietly towards the nursery, a sense of concern guiding her steps. Inside the nursery, Lily slumbers peacefully in her crib, undisturbed by the night. A wave of relief washes over Mara as she watches over her sleeping child. The baby monitor casts a faint glow, a silent guardian, in the dimly lit room. In the quiet nursery, Lily sleeps peacefully. Bathed in the soft glow of the monitor, an unsettling presence begins to manifest. Unseen, Carla's face, marred by a wide, unsettling smile, subtly overlaps Lily's innocent features. The overlay intensifies, casting a shadow over Lily's slumber. The disturbing smile seems to mock the tranquility of the scene, a silent invasion of innocence in the dead of night. Mara's piercing scream shatters the silence, the sound echoing through the room. Jake jolts awake, his eyes flying open as Mara's scream registers. Screaming, Mara's voice cries out, disoriented and terrified. Mara and Jake scramble out of bed, hearts pounding in unison. They stand, ready to face the unseen terror. Mara and Jake leave the nursery, unaware of the impending dread. The baby monitor sits silently, a harbinger of unseen terror. The screen flickers ominously, a distorted message emerging from the static. Darkness descends as the monitor goes black, leaving only chilling silence.